Yes, we're talking about Dustgate some more. There's ridiculousness, but thank you guys for 41,000 subs. I promise a Nova video is coming. There's so much going on, but in the meantime, that's an adorable picture. I love it. Anyways, let's get into it.
Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and I know yesterday in our third video about this situation, Dustgate as it's being called, the third video we made yesterday, I said it was going to be the last one, and that I'm hoping Blizzard will speak up, and well, they kind of have, but there's been even more stupid, ridiculous crap going on that I need to keep you guys posted on because it may have happened to you and you don't even know it, and I want to let you guys know because this is just absolutely ridiculous how messy and bad such a simple situation has been handled by Blizzard and still has yet to be really properly communicated, but there's been a little bit more communication, so we'll get into that. We're going to start off with a lot of negativity, a lot of stupidity, and then we'll hopefully close off with a bit of a more positive, hopeful message for the future for all of us, players, the devs, everyone combined, because there is at least hope on the horizon. So again, if you're not aware of what the situation is, you may have logged in a few days ago to your account and seen extra dust running to your account. It was actually accidentally added to make up for a mistake that Blizzard had made that affected a very small amount of players. Instead, they had their whatever algorithms code they had done brought this to everybody, and then they took the dust back and have not really communicated much. Players that got the dust and then used it weren't punished, but they'll end up with basically having zero dust, and for a lot of players that will create confusion and anger because they'll feel like they got something that had it taken away and they have no dust left and they don't understand. So a lot of people have been upset, a lot of people have been confused, and a lot of people have claimed to have lost dust entirely, that they got stuff, never even used any, and then ended up with less than they began, which has been refuted by Blizzard. They say that isn't true, and so far no proof has come to say otherwise. But regardless, that was the issue. It was kind of resolved, but Blizzard has yet to communicate this outside of anywhere but a forum post. The only place you can find this information is on a Blizzard post on the Blizzard website. There's no patch note, there's no notifications. Heck, you have this whole Battle.net client where they post updates all the time, where they could put some kind of messaging on there. Even in game, you have the mailbox in duels, you have even pop-ups where they'll tell you maintenance is coming or that there's a DDoS attack occurring. Well, you'll get a notification. No such messaging has occurred, so the majority of players have been left clueless, upset, and frustrated. Hence why I've been making these videos, to let you guys know what's going on, and I'm going to continue to do that because there's so much misinformation out there and issues. But one thing that did certainly happen, and this is absolutely ridiculous, and this is just mind-blowing, is someone was suspended 15 days for using their excess dust, for getting dust that was accidentally gifted to them. They were suspended. They were actually suspended 15 days, and it's not the only occurrence. There's a tweet on this Reddit thread about it, that yes, it's happened to multiple people. There's multiple threads about it, and there's all these there's proof along it. I'll link the Reddit thread if you want to take a look. The guy actually came to my Discord originally very upset about the whole thing and asked, how can I get this out there? And I'm like, I guess you gotta post it on Reddit, because like there's not really any official thing to do it other than that. So yes, people have literally had their account suspended over this, over Blizzard's mistake, which again is just terrible. Look, so if you have been suspended, if any of you guys are watching that use dust or anything that are been suspended and you're wondering why, this could be why. So again, this is kind of like a public service announcement, since Blizzard has still refused to really publicly state this. And after I saw this, I'm like, I went on to Twitter, and I don't like my news videos being about myself at all, but I made a tweet because I'm frustrated by this, and my videos, they don't seem to be responding to. So I went on to Twitter, where I know a lot of devs follow me and a lot of, prominent people. And I said, between the latest dust mishap and the air elemental stealth in nerfs and mercenaries, which they did the same thing. There was only a forum post about it. Nothing else was ever communicated. By the way, I remember Ixar saying that Ben Lee and them were going to take a look and improve the situation or think about it. It's been like 3 months. Literally nothing has been done to improve anything in mercenaries in terms of task rewards or coins or anything. It's just they've made it's just, you know, it is what it is. So I see that they didn't answer that, nothing improved there. Why do I feel like this isn't going to be any different here? So I brought that up as the example because I think it's pretty you know, it's pretty similar situation. And then I feel that the Hearthstone team is slipping into a dangerous territory of hiding important information in forum posts that the vast majority of players will never be aware of. Imagine you woke up to 8,000 free dust in your account, you had 2,000 saved up, decided to spend 2,000 since you got this awesome bonus, then all of a sudden you're at zero. You feel robbed, clueless as to what's going on, and unless you do specific research like watch my video or go onto Reddit or happen to find that forum post, you're outraged. I get it's a shitty mistake, but attempting to bury it and not making the official visible post on the Battle.net page an in-game message like they've done for, like I said, the other examples earlier, it just creates more distrust and bad faith. We're not asking for free dust, but better communication would go a long way. And then I said, I'll remind you of this tweet by Igzar. This was just a few months ago that said, what would it take to get Hearthstone on the list next year of best community support? They asked not very long ago, if you want to be considered, freaking autocorrect, for awards like this. I can't see it happening while handling situations like this. Public perception is key. Mistakes are fine. It's how you react to them is pivotal. So this got a lot of attention. Regis chimed in because he's been getting a lot of comments on his videos. Regis stated, although I don't think there's a sinister motivation here, which I don't believe either, there's a huge downside to my eye. They're leaving 95% of the messaging in the hand of third parties like myself. Suddenly it's random YouTubers like us steering the conversation. It's dudes on Reddit explaining it to each other. When people have to hunt down hard to find info, they just jump to the easiest source: YouTube videos, Reddit comments, Discord messages, where Blizzard loses all control. So I would think they'd want as much visibility as possible for their official messaging. It's weird. And I noted, somebody asked me why not tag the community manager on this. She's on vacation this week, but she's seeing all this. She knows they've messed up. She's told me as much, and she quote tweeted. She actually responded, which is awesome. Literally her time off. She's been working her butt off making things better. And she said, I know I said I wouldn't tweet this weekend, but this is important. I agree that more official forms of communication need to happen. The feelings Regis Kilbin and Zeddy have in this thread are valid. I could say it's something we have talked about on the community team a lot. Sometimes I see posts that say something like Alkali should have an official comment. Please remember that I don't have an official way to do that, as this is my personal account. I use my personal account because I have no way to communicate on an official account. If I commented everything on my personal account, I'd actually lose reach and would defeat the purpose of trying to reach you, so I weigh things out. Dylan and Nicholas, they're also on the community team, doing excellent jobs with blogs and forums. They are very good at what they do. Is this an issue that needs a better solution to reach more players? Yes. How do we get there? I don't have an exact answer yet. Are we working on that? Yes. We hear your frustration and we're listening. So that is from the community manager herself. They are aware that it's not good enough. They need to improve it. They're talking about it. They will work on it. They will improve it. And, you know, that's good to hear. Like that's one of the main things we can ask for, is that they're going to improve the situation, that when they implement something and it goes awry, they communicate it better. They don't make people feel like completely in the dark, like they're being robbed, frustrated, pissed off, and overall the situation has led to so much turmoil when it could have been just a nice thing, right? They just let you keep the dust or whatever and it could have been nice. Rather, they took it back, which we can understand. If a bank gives you extra money, right, that you don't really get to keep it. It's not the exact comparison because this is digital goods versus real money, but it can be a similar comparison. However, again, the situation has been handled so poorly, led to so much outrage, confusion, and just bad faith, and it makes you feel like you don't own your collection anymore, and you don't know if you log in tomorrow, well, are they just going to take something else out and not tell me? Do you really want to be involved in a game like that where it's already expensive and all these issues we've had before with the battle pass and all of this? They need a better setup, and they are aware of it. And Nicholas, who's on the team we've talked about before, Deck Tech, that he said, I want to piggyback to say that ideally the forums are one of our communication tools. They really weren't used for a while, and it's good that we brought them back. The forums are great because they are the fastest way for us to officially communicate, good for emergencies. I often see players notice something really weird and an immediate answer for why. Usually the fastest ways to get that information to players is in the forums, and as we use them more, we train players that they're a viable source of info again. I've already noticed this training working with some players and new sources more regularly checking the forums. To me, it's better that we buff that up and utilize it than to let them languish. I've also noticed that past players are already regularly on the forums have greatly appreciated more of an official presence back on there, but like every form of communication has its strength, each has its weaknesses too. So somewhere pointed out the original thread, another at least is the localization issues. So the team's talking about solutions, we're talking about finding a good system that combines the various tools available to us instead of trying to find a one-size-fits-all solution that could be improved with more tools and combining them and all of that. There was also this comment from someone on Twitter. This is incredibly great. I personally am a forum lurker, and sure enough, it's been lovely to see blue posts in there again with frequency, but my take is for more immediate visibility. And Alkali again responds, yes, they are. News hitting more players is important, accurate, quickly, globally, and that's what I was talking about. My cheats will get there. So Alkali she's determined, and trust me, when she is determined to get something done, she's gonna get something done. You've already seen it with the more people involved in card reveals, her communication, her getting more people involved. She is gonna work her butt off to get this done. I'm not gonna lay off the gas. We're talking about this. They need to improve this. It needs to get better, but that's the positive. They're listening. And I honestly, a year ago, it felt like they weren't listening at all. And now we're seeing, improvements on things as we go along. This isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. There's a lot of things that need to get fixed, improved. And the only way to do that is going through the hard work and doing it right. And I'm convinced they're going to do that, but we're not going to stop pushing. We're not going to stop telling them when things are wrong, when things aren't good enough. And that's what these past few videos have been about. So they're listening. The situation is ridiculous. I'm convinced it will get better at some point, but as it stands right now, still no official communication, still no timeline for when that's going to happen or improve, but at least we have a sentiment from people in power on the team that things will get better, and hopefully it does. So there you go. Hopefully we don't have another update for a bit, because I'm sick of talking about dust and bad communication and all this, but I think it's important. I want to let you guys know, and yeah, hopefully we get there. And by the way, thank you guys, 41,000 subscribers. I believe we're there. We're very close. Just thanks again. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.